Greetings and salutations from here of the Who Dares Rolls bunker. I'm your host, Mike B. This is Who Dares Rolls TV. Here we are. Another video, my goodness. A couple in the same week, whatever is going on. So at the start of the week, I put out my reaction video to the BGG Geek, Golden Geek Awards. And it's been quite a furore, not so much for me because no one watches my shit, but across the internet it's been, sort of shenanigans. I did in the comments to the video say, actually, a good thing maybe to do is go back and look at what was nominated and pick through that list maybe what I would have put forward or what would have been a better choice. So we're going to do that in a second. I also, so just as we're catching up, I saw this popped with the post the other day. Trial by Trolley, Cyanide and Happiness, Skybound Entertainment. I didn't back it on the Kickstarter. I nearly did. It was kind of expensive, and I know that the other stuff has usually hit retail at a more reasonable price. It was about 20 quid, I think, if I'm GameStop. So yes, Trial by Trolley, I got that for me and the fam to play. I think the teenage boys will love it because it's rude, and this is a quirky, interesting party game, and I like it. So that's a new thing that's appeared on the thing. I've been looking forward to give that a shot at the end of the week. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions then. However, to the meat of the matter, to this. So what I've done is I've trimmed down the categories because some of it is I've not played and not looked at. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the main big categories, and we'll have a look about it. Let's be clear from the outset as well. None of my opinions or thoughts were misogyny in any way. If you didn't know, Wingspan was designed by a female games designer called Elizabeth Hargrave. I have no bone to pick with her as a woman game designer. I live with a woman. I'm married to one. She tolerates me greatly. But yes, this has nothing to do with sort of Gamergate level of there's a woman on our patch. I don't, whoever is designing games. You should know though who is designing your games. You should know. You should be thankful for all designers. So this is Elizabeth. No offense meant. I just don't like your game. But anyway, so there we go. And I think ultimately, we can all agree this is not so much an issue. It's an issue possibly with Board Game Geek's actual thing. I mean, I haven't voted on it for about 3 or 4 years, to be honest with you. And I only kind of follow it as in passing. So it was a throwaway thing anyway. I think possibly there's just issues, damn right issues with the whole system, and explaining what the categories are, because that may be where we've got to this point. So yeah, Wingspan. It definitely shouldn't have won all the categories. It probably should have won something, and I agree with that much, and I'll leave it there. So anyway, Board Game of the Year. So looking through the list of what there was, of the 3 of them that jumped out at me, that I would have been more. Would have made me happier. It was Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated. Clank Legacy, really good, really enjoyed that. Solid game, really fun, really enjoyable. Really great game. And I've got a review coming at some point with that. I've got some video films, so we'll do that. So that was definitely on there. Res Arcana, which has been criminally underlooked in all of this. It's a stunningly wonderful, brilliant card game by the designer of Race to the Galaxy, Tom Lemon. Lemon, no, it's definitely not Lemon. Anyway, Tom did a cracking game with that and with the expansion, so that would have been high up there in my list. And to be fair, I'll throw a bone to Jamie Stegmaier. Tapestry is one that I've quite enjoyed this year. Played quite a bit of it, and as I said in the other video, on fence sitting of whether I would actually possibly own it if it wasn't so ridiculously expensive. Of that, I think I would go for Clank. I'll go for Clank Legacy. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I would have picked that. Artwork and presentation. Looking again at the list, I mean, there's only a couple that jump out at me either I've played or I'm aware of or I like the look of. There's Isle of Cats, which was from Frank West, who did City of Kings, which was a really beautiful, stunning looking, gorgeous game, wonderful colour palette, really good art. I loved that, really aesthetically brilliant. And Isle of Cats looked also pretty neat. I liked how it was doing and how it looked. Its presentation was cool. It was different. So that or Tapestry would have been in mine, but I'll throw it out there to the UK brigade. So I would give Isle of Cats that one. Card game, 2 on there that really criminally underlooked again was Imperial Settlers Empires of the North, which I don't own, but I did play before it was released actually at the Expo, and I really enjoyed that. I think it did a really good job of streamlining and kind of making more of an easier game of Imperial Settlers, which is Imperial Settlers is a game I adore. And Portal were woefully underlooked on this one, and that is a good game. But I think what would have got it would have been Res Arcana. It's a game I've played a lot. It's really good. It's a real simple idea. It's got not a massive, huge amount of cards in there, and it really requires you to think about what you're doing and learn strategies and engine building and stuff. It's a really cracking game. I will give a shout out to the crew, The Quest for Planet 9. Having looked into it after my past video, because it passed me by. I've looked at it and it looks actually quite cool. It's a trick game. So I've tracked down a German copy of it, cheap. I've ordered one to throw at the family, and I think it's something we can teach and play. So I'll come back to it on that one. But yes, I've been inspired. I bought a game. But yeah, I think Res Arcana would have been my choice as card game. Definitely should have won it. Really good game. If you've not played it, I think it's hard to get at the moment. It's a bit out of print, but I would look at that, track that one down. So there we go. We're nearly halfway through already. How thrilling! Expansion, a couple on there. Terraforming Mars Turmoil. Well, looking at what else was on there, that would probably be the one. Although I would have steered again towards Res Arcana because they had an expansion out for that. Lux a Tenebrae. I don't know. It's Latin. But yes, that was really good and added a nice just addition to the Res Arcana game. So. I probably would have gone for that because it's got a lot of play, more so than Turmoil for me. Gloomhaven Forgotten Circles was on there, which I now have a copy coming of that because I finished Gloomhaven. I had no wish to dive straight back in or play that, but as I saw it cheap, I've picked one up. So I see, more Gloomhaven is always good. But I would have said Res Arcana, which is not even on this list, would have been my choice. Failing that, I will go Terraforming Mars Turmoil. Innovative... of that, skimming through that one there, I think the King's Dilemma would have been where I'd have fallen down and grabbed because whilst I've not played it, I was very close to hitting the buy on that one because it looks fascinating, interesting, really cool, legacy components. Got a lot of buzz at the time. It's just hard to get by because Shop and Sit Down decided they enjoyed it, which meant everyone bought it. So I keep an eye out for that one. I think it's one that's on my shopping list as I think I'd pick up, and I think it's one I would have gone for because it just sounded very cool. Although shout out to the crew, The Quest for Planet 9, because that also does look quite innovative and quite cool. Though I've not played it yet. But there we go. And why is Detective City of Angels not on there from Van Ryder Games? That's a very cool game. A detective game set in LA in the 1940s, aesthetically brilliant as well. So probably should have won art and design. And a really cracking sort of game. Just an interesting, different take on the whole one versus many style and that whole noir crime sort of detective LA confidential feel to it. And it's criminally underlooked again. Strategy game of the what are on there that I've played and were aware of. Res Arcana's on there. I would have definitely been way up in that as a cracking strategy game. Really clever game to think about with a small set of cards. I've said it already, but yeah. And Tapestry would have been my second place on that one. And thematic game, I'm really happy that June got it. I don't have an issue with June getting it. What else was on there was Clank Legacy would have been probably another one I was quite happy with. And Jaws, I thought Jaws was really good. Being a massive Jaws movie nut, the board game is actually really well done. It captures the movie in the act structure, the 2-act structure. Lots of aesthetic little touches and nice callbacks to the movies. And that's, again, deserved maybe to get a little bit more praise. So there you go. There is my reaction to the reaction of the video reaction of that. I think we're done with that now. I don't think we'll talk of this again. I think we can all agree there's lots of wonderful games out there. We don't all agree on the same thing. And at the end of the day, I still don't like Wingspan. There you go. Have a wonderful week. I will be dropping some more videos in the next couple of weeks coming up. I've even got a week off the end of the month, so I might actually get some stuff done. How exciting. Yes, but for the time being, I will be signing out. Don't forget, you can go to the website whodasroles.com and see lots of stuff on there, videos and articles and RPG stuff and podcast stuff, all sorts, loads of stuff. There's like 7 years of content on there alone that you could keep yourself entertained for weeks on. Obviously there is our Patreon. I throw that in there off the cuff, just in the hope that I could afford a cup of coffee this month. And there we go. That is it. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you again soon. Stay safe out there. And until next time, we will have a next time.